Okay, here's how you're going to become a funded trader in your first year of trading. Maybe not enough to get payouts and stuff, but you'll be funded in a year. Step one. This is the part that people don't talk about. You're going to research supply and demand or ICT. I know the hardest part of trading is finding a strategy that works for you, and there's so many out there. I think those two are the top two. Those are the two that most people trade profitably and the fastest. So, to weed out all the other strategies, you're going to research supply and demand or ICT. Between the two, which one seems easier to you and stick with it. Boom. Saves you time right there. Now, after that, you're going to spam the content of that. If it's ICT, it's the 2022 mentorship first, and then, the market maker or the market primer, the core content playlist, things you need to see, but that or supply and demand traders, you're going to look up supply and demand playlist and you're gonna watch them all. I know someone literally DM'd me like, "How do you learn?" I said, "ICT 2022 mentorship," and they said, "Dang, it's gonna take me 40 years to watch that." Then you don't want it bad enough. Get out my DMs because number one, I watched that mentorship in like 4 days. I watched like 3 to 4 episodes a day just to speed up my process. Okay, cool, boom. You're gonna spam that for a month. That's your first month. Your first week watching videos between the two generally. And then your first 2 weeks to a month, you're only going to spam those until you feel so confident and comfortable. Like, oh, I see what they're talking about. I can spot this zone. I can do this, I can do that. 3. Then you're going to back test with either TradingView or FX Replay. They do cost money. I'm sorry to tell you. I hate when people get on this internet and someone shows you a backtesting tool, an AI content tool, anything tool, and you're like, it's not free. Why would the fuck would it be free? Like, please, why would it be free? If it's helping you make money, why would it be free? How are they going to make money if they're supplying a service? You see what I'm saying? Don't piss me off. So you're going to get one of those, and then you're going to back test your supply and demand, your ICT. Actually, before that, pick a time that you want to trade. Whether it's Asian session, if you trade options, you can only trade between 9:30 and 4 p.m. If it's futures or forex, you can trade 24/7 except for the weekends. If it's crypto, you can trade through the weekends. So pick something you want to trade first and pick out a time. So if you work and you want to trade 6 p.m., boom, you're going to only back test 6 p.m. If you like 9:30, you're going to back test 9:30. If you like 11, you're not going to sit through the whole thing. Some people can do that. I can't. I think it'll make it easier and you'll be profitable faster if you pick a time that you like to trade for an hour, maybe 2 hours a day. If it's 8 to 10, if it's 9 to 11, it's 2 to 4, whatever. Pick it, stick to that time, back test it. Then after that, you're going to practice marking up the chart. These next steps don't have a time limit. It could be 2 weeks, it could be a week, whatever you feel comfortable. Then you're going to go on the chart and you're going to mark up. You're not going to take a trade, but you need to see the candles printing in real time. That's what you need to see, which backtesting will help you do that. Not just like going back in the charts looking. Like, no, like actually a replay software that doesn't show what's coming next. So you have to actually set an order where you're guessing if it's going up or down. So then you're going to do that and you're going to mark up with your tool. There's a tool on TradingView where you just have your short position, where your stop loss would be, where your take profit would be on the buy or sell. You're just going to do that. You're going to mark that up. If you trade supply and demand, you're going to draw your zones. If it's ICT, you're going to draw your fair value gaps. There is an indicator for that. There's an indicator for a lot of things. I can make a video on that if you want it, because I don't draw shit. I do draw. I draw some after it's already pointed out for me from an indicator on a higher time frame, so I can see it on the lower time frame. That's literally it. I don't draw my own fair value gaps that aren't already there. You know what I'm saying? From an indicator. Now, you're going to draw all that like you would in real-time trading and mark with your longer short tool. Not take a trade, but you'll put your tool like you would take a trade. And you're going to say, oh, well, yeah, that trade play out, that I lost. And you're going to journal that. That's another step that could take you 2 weeks, a year, a month, whatever. Boom. Then after that, you're either going to paper trade, start with a small account, or start with a prop firm. I prefer the other two because if you start with paper, you're not going to get the emotional growth. And you need the emotional growth as soon as possible because that part is going to get hard even when you're profitable, even when you're funded, even when you get your first payout. There's always an emotional toll with every new accomplishment in trading. So I suggest starting with a small account so you're used to losing $10, $50, whatever a day, which we spend on shoes and clothes anyway. So perf. You're just like, dang, I just lost a pair of shoes. Dang, I just lost a Chipotle bowl. Or I just made this, I made it. You're going to get used to just buying and selling. Whether you lose money or you make money, you're confident in what you saw back testing, that every time you see this setup that you decided is best for you, you're going to buy or you're going to sell. You're not going to think, oh, well, I'm scared. You're just going to push it, win or lose. Boom. Then after that, get a prop firm. account because the prop firm is in between paper and live. Like it's more serious, but it's still, it's not as serious as real money, but it's not as emotionless as paper. So now I never used paper trading in the beginning of my journey. I use it now when I'm on a losing streak to build my confidence or to not lose my funded accounts or not lose my money. When I'm trading really bad, I'll go to paper. If I'm emotional, I go to paper. But I didn't start on paper. I started just diving in, and now I use it to help control my emotions because you're still gonna have emotional. Y'all see me crash out here. I do it for y'all. And then you're gonna enjoy the journey and you're gonna kiki with me and all the cool traders on here. There's a bunch of us traders. I don't like to use the word guru because we're not, but we are traders who make content. We have a nice little following, some obviously more, and you can interact with us. And we're not like flexing. Like even Octavia, she could actually probably buy a Lambo, but she don't. She might have one, she's gonna show us. But she makes a lot of money and she talks and she interacts. And there's a lot of us on here now, so you're gonna interact with us and you're gonna build community, and then you're just gonna lock in. And again, and if you have to block any of us, because it's just feels like even if Octavia love her, if her making all that money is discouraging because you're like, I want to make that now, I want to risk more, and it makes you trade worse, just block her for a little bit until you get rich. It's okay. If you gotta block me and then unblock me, like you gotta do what you gotta do. This is your journey and it's your own personal journey, and then you'll tweak from there. Like you'll be like, oh, I started at 6 o'clock, but I actually like 10 o'clock now, or oh, I like to take a profit at 300 ticks now, like 250. Now I like to scalp. Now you're gonna adjust as you go. But if you do those things, again, if you stick to either supply and demand or ICT, because again, that dives you into, now you have two strategies to pick from versus watching all the things. And then you'll add extra tools from there. Okay? I hope you got that. So that's what you're going to do. That's how you're going to start trading from zero to getting funded in your first year. After that, you'll know your own, je ne sais quoi for the first payout and for all the things in the future. But that should get you from 0 to, I guess, 25. I think getting a funded account is like, it's a big accomplishment, but it's not like 0 to 100. So do with that what you will. You'll be fine. Build community on here. Beware of trolls. And it's your own journey. If it takes you, what's his name? JCap from the ICT trader, it took him like 10, 15 years to learn how to trade. I don't know how the fuck he did it that long, but he did it and now he's making money. So, you don't have to do it for that long. But you also don't let these people fool you. Like you have to take 6, 10, 15 years either. You could do it in 6 months. You could do it in a year. You could do it in a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? You're on your own journey, and do what's best for your emotions. And I'm proud of y'all for wanting to learn how to trade, and you're going to get it, and you're going to kill it, and you're going to be better than me and better than everyone else, and you're going to get profitable in 2 minutes. And if you're not, you're going to be resilient to keep doing it no matter how long it takes. Boom.